cats and kittens, and welcome to PowerWash Simulator. We are playing Alice's Adventures today. This is a DLC that came out a little while ago, but I haven't been able to play it yet due to real life getting in the way. So now, let's go clean up Wonderland. Or the Looking Glass world. I don't know. Let's find out. Embark on a wonderfully wonky journey through Wonderland, cleaning up after all the messes Alice made along the way. This ought to be fun. I am a big fan of Alice in Wonderland. Um, I was gonna look up Lewis Carroll's real name. That was Lewis Carroll, of course, was his pen name, but I forgot to. Anyway, aha! The fix it with the portable spill gun, and not a moment too soon. Hurry, hurry! An awful child, of that there can be no doubt, has besieged us. Not only did she eat and drink that which wasn't hers, but she then cried herself a river with which to make her escape. She has besmirched both the reputation of the wonderful children the world over and the walls of our once great hall. I'm already far too late to explain it much more, but we would very much appreciate you getting to it. The sooner you can be done, the sooner we can all forget it ever happened in the first place. Okay, that sounds like it's maybe the White Rabbit addressing the Power Washer. Yep, of course. Just White Rabbit down the rabbit hole. So let's start. And I will try not to sing the song that I absolutely love because it is very heavy with drug references and that would not be child friendly. So let's just start cleaning. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, I probably don't need to clean that because it's not giving me any. Okay. Mouse. Ah, the dormouse with the tail to tell. Welcome to our great hall. I hope we can trust you to behave more reasonably than that child, Alice. A more awful creature you couldn't hope to find without adding whiskers, sharp claws, and calling it a... No, I can't even say it! Ha ha ha. See what you know, 'cause I'm Luffy Tick. And I have sharp teeth, and a tail, and pointy ears. Ah, the poor dormouse has been traumatized by Dana, Alice's cat. Or Dinah. Dinah, it was Dinah. Alright. And I've got the song going through my head, so I'm trying not to sing it. Like I said, it's very drug heavy. Not safe for Twitch or YouTube, because I will probably be loading this video on YouTube. And I'm not monetized anyways, because I'm too small, but if I ever do get monetized, that would get demonetized pretty quick with so many drug references. So we're not going to sing it. I'm sure there are other Alice in Wonderland songs, but they're from the Disney movie, and that would be copyright. So we're not going to sing. At least not any of those songs. I might sing a little bit, but I really shouldn't. Oh, I wonder if I have to get up on top of that frame. Hopefully the water's not too loud. I tested it beforehand and it sounded good, so I guess we'll just do it. Yay, I got it. Didn't have to get on the ladder. I always like to try to get everything without getting on a ladder or the stool, or the step. Though sometimes I have to get on the step just to get around it. But I can jump. Whee! And if any of you are not familiar with PowerWash Simulator, I'm sure you can tell what it's all about. There's different places to clean. You have your power washer with different nozzles. And I think this particular DLC, limits the nozzles. Let me remember how to change the nozzles. That shows where the dirt is. That turns the nozzle on. That's picking stuff up. And then we put it back down. There we go. Had to make sure that it was in a place that could put it down. Ah, there we are. There's the nozzles. There's cleaning fluid. That changes the length. And that's jump. On. Rotate. Changes nozzles. Changes nozzles in the other direction. Let me see. That's my tablet. Okay. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want the aim mode. How did I do the aim mode? Ah, here's what I was looking for. To see if I can change the color. This is the research edition of the gun, which is cool. I did the research game where there was a how do I undo that? Oh. Oh well, I guess I'll keep it like that. They added this feature because people are getting motion sick, and plus it just allows you to be more artistic in some of the smaller nozzles. So you can write, like... It's been a while since I've played PowerWash, so I'm like forgetting how to use the controls. But this is, they call it aim, so that instead of the whole body moving... Ah. No? Let's see. So instead of the whole body moving, just the nozzle moves, but I don't know how to make it go away. Long extension, extra long, stubby gun, short extension. Okay, we'll just go. There's the door that Alice had to shrink to get through. Okay, I really have got to figure out how to undo that, because I don't like it. Let's see. Okay, that's what that is there for, just to tell me that's how I get to the gun, to the power washer. That's the close. There we go. I like that. We can change clothes. And okay, there we go. I figured it out. It was the direction stick, the D stick, or whatever it's called. I don't know. I just move it and sometimes click on it. It's a thing I have to press down to run when I'm in Minecraft. Ah, there we go. That's the trick in PowerWash, is getting the angles. That's why you can squat and jump and everything. Let's see, we got that. Let's turn that off so I can aim the cursor at it easier. There we go. Those are all clean. Yay. I usually like to pick one thing and go through. Like, I'll do these borders, or like I just did those teacups, and make sure that they were all done. And then I'll come back and do the next bit of whatever I pick. Because being methodical, as I've mentioned in my Tower Full of Cats videos, helps me to ensure that I get everything done. I'm very organized, generally, or try to be anyways. Otherwise, I get totally lost on what I'm doing. See, now I'm about to go to the baseboard when I started on the... But where is the column is still dirty. Oh, whatever it was, I got it. Here we are, cleaning the entry hall. This is where Alice gets the cake that says, "Eat me." That makes her grow bigger. And a potion that makes her go smaller, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've read Alice in Wonderland or Through the Looking Glass. It's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and Through the Looking Glass. I can't remember the full titles now. I should have made notes so that I could talk about it. But anyway, I think most people are more familiar with the Disney version anyways, because it kind of just squashes both stories together. Lewis Carroll actually made up well, it's well known that Lewis Carroll made up a lot of words for the stories. What is not well known is that some of those words became regular words in our vocabulary, like chortle, which is a specific type of laughter that actually became regularly used, and it is from the poem The Jabberwock. I think it's from one of the poems. "'Twas brilling and the slimy toes did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the burrows and the moorrats." Oh, great. I'm trying very hard not to sing it, because that's a song in the Disney version of Alice in Wonderland, and I don't want to get copyright struck for singing a Disney song. That would be bad. But the funny thing is, it actually uses grammar, proper grammar, so you can actually tell what parts of speech each of those nonsense words are. So we say, "'Twas brilling and the slimy toes." Let's just take that sentence, or that beginning of a sentence actually. "'Twas brilling," so you know "'twas" is short for "it was." So whatever's coming after it is going to be something that described whatever was going on, the atmosphere or whatever. So that's an adjective, because that would be a noun that comes after "it was." It's explaining what it is. And so we know that brilling is an adjective. I actually went to school to be an English teacher. I didn't end up being one, but I went to school for it. And I had a lot of fun in my grammar class in college. That is actually where we did dissect the Jabberwock and label all the parts of speech and everything. So it was, I found it very enjoyable. I'm not sure all of my classmates did. So, do you know what this Alice did? I'm trying to make sure I have different voices for the rabbit and the mouse. But I'll probably end up just using my regular voice, because it's probably going to hurt my throat to do many voices. I'll tell you. First, she wafted around saying how ridiculous it was to have a room filled with different sized doors. Just waiting for another message to come up. The messages are kind of part of the fun of PowerWash, because it's like the different client talking to you while you're working. So it's cool. Hey, I did it. I didn't know if I could jump up here or not, but it looks like I needed to. Gotta get all the funky angles. Well, looks like the messages are done for now. The table's done. Is the lamp done? Okay, I got to take a drink of water. All this water splashing around. And now the model's gonna look funny because I'm drinking. I really need to find an animation I can put in while while I drink, because that's just silly. And here we are. Sorry about that. I thought I had gotten the mic up enough to do the mute thing. Then it beeped at me after I started clearing my throat. So that means it caught part of that. And I'm sorry. Got a little dirt here. Let's go ahead and get this. Wow. I was just going for the whatever this is called. It's the baseboard, but it's on the ceiling. It's got a different name. And I know the name. I just can't think of it right now. So it's another door. Upside down. Kind of wonky. Definitely in the style of Wonderland. Lewis Carroll was actually a mathematician. So it's funny that he had such an impact on language, at least a few words. But of course, I wouldn't say it's easy to get words added to the dictionary, but language is always growing and changing. That's part of it being alive. And if a language isn't living and growing and changing and adapting to how people are communicating, then it could actually go extinct. There are languages that have died. Like Latin is a dead language, but some people still speak it because they like study it and that. But it's not growing and changing. It's not evolving with the way people speak. It's a dead language. But English is a living language, so there's always new words being added, other words that stop being used, at least temporarily. Um, so that's how you end up with words like chortling ending up in the dictionary. Or like being a Scrooge. I think Scrooge is actually in the dictionary now. What's funny is a more recent example, still kind of old for some people, is MacGyvering. MacGyver is the name of a character from a series in the 80s. And he would like just take different stuff and put it together to do different things. He was very creative, kind of improvising tools, basically. And that's what MacGyvering is. Using things for other than their intended functions, successfully using them. And that actually sounds bad, putting it that way. I don't know how it's phrased in the dictionary, but I do know that it's actually a word now. So, language is weird. Okay, I think I've got all the baseboards. All ceiling trim. Now there's a fancier word for it than ceiling trim. Cornice? I don't know. I don't remember. And I'm not looking it up right now. It is the age of information, but it also takes time to look things up. And I am busy cleaning Wonderland. And it's wonderful. Ha ha ha. I'm funny. More language jokes. Puns are language jokes. This is kind of crazy. I have to have a warning of bright colors, just in case anybody is sensitive to them. There's no flashing lights though, so no flashing light warning. just fun. This is a very soothing game. Though my cat is actually scared of the sound of the water. It freaks him out. So it's a good thing I have my headset on so he doesn't hear it. Had to clear my throat again there. Sorry if I didn't get it muted in time. We are cleaning the ceiling, cleaning the painting. Oh, that's the caterpillar's mushroom, probably. I like it. Let's see if we gotta get underneath. Yeah, you can see the lines. It's kind of hard to tell though without all the different colors. They're very challenging on that aspect. So far, not as many tiny little bits to get into as like Santa's Workshop. Oh my gosh, that one was crazy, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Especially on the second play, because I will play through more than once just because it's fun. And when you play it again, you know where some of the bits are that were hard to get to. So you can like concentrate and get those first. Let's get this door. I don't know what just dinged, but it wasn't the door frame. Probably the window inside the door. So the door itself. No? Oh, it's a win. It is a window. Hall window. Now it dinged. So we got the curtain. That painting is good. That painting is good. That painting is good. We got the table. We're getting kind of far along here, so let's go ahead and catch the floor up. And go ahead and get this chair. So that even though I like doing the trim and whatnot and going back, I also don't like to go too far, leaving a mess behind me. So it's kind of crazy the stuff that you wash in PowerWash Simulator. Like you would never use a power washer on a nice upholstered chair like that. That would be a recipe for destroying the chair. And if you ever want to go into power wash business, just remember it is nothing like Power Wash Simulator. It's a lot noisier because you can't adjust the volume. You could wear earplugs though, and wetter because you're actually getting hit by the water, not just virtual, of course. And I do know someone who does power washing, or more accurately, pressure washing. I might have him join me sometime, but I'm not sure I'd want to hear the lecture. It could be funny, it could be annoying, so I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Up we go. Yeah. Real life, this stuff would be being blasted all over the place. But then again, real life, we wouldn't be going into Wonderland. Because Wonderland is most definitely not real life. They did a wonderful job with all the colors. Very surreal. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there. Oh, that was the one I wanted because it spins and so it can get into some of the spaces. The only thing is it's a narrow stream, so you can see how it leaves spots behind. There's what I was missing. But it's also fun. If you look, see the spinnies. Let's see, Mouse has got another message for us. For instance, could there be a perfectly good reason why this place has so many differently sized doors? Perhaps the animals who use the doors are also of different sizes? I said more water after I muted. Perhaps every Sunday all those animals converge here for tea and conversations? Perhaps, yes. Very thoughtless of her to complain about such a thing. How rude. And how would you expect a walrus to use a door design for a dormouse? How indeed. Alright, let's check. We got the hall wall. We got this trim. Let's get the ceiling. Before we go into the next room, we want to get everything in here. For the next section of the hall. Since it is sectioned off, for whatever reason, probably to let us get our dings. That's one of the things that people like about PowerWash is the dings, because it gives a sense of completion, because that's exactly what it is. But the bigger the section, the more difficult it is to tell whether you've got everything, because if it doesn't have as many dings, then you're trying for the ding and you don't know that, oh, it actually goes around this corner. So some of the earlier levels have that issue, especially the restroom. There's a restroom one that is not as gross as it sounds, because all the dirt's kind of like this. It's like this, the black, grimy, not usually this white stuff, but it doesn't look like what you'd expect to find in a restroom, is what I'm saying. It's not as bad as it sounds just hearing that there's a restroom level. But in that one, like one of the stall door bits, it's like the whole stall door, both on both sides of it. It's hard to explain without doing that level. But you're expecting the ding and you're not getting it because there's another half to it. There's another side to it. I wonder what all that sparkling is. I'm just talking over it, but there's that. You hear the glittery noise, the chimes. I wonder what that is. Or who, maybe? Or there was something on here somewhere. Right there. There. I like starting with the trims because it's kind of like edging when you're painting. Like when you're painting, you go very slow around the edges so that you make sure not to get beyond what you want painted. And some people will use tape to do that, which I do not begrudge them that. I am not a professional painter. I would use tape myself. But I know another trick is to just go slow and careful around the edges so that you have that safety spot so you can use broader strokes for the rest of the room and have that spot where it was already painted. Sorry about that, I had to cough. The doorknob? Did I get... No. This probably... Oops. Wrong button. There we go. I was trying to jump, and I squatted instead. But that's okay, because a lot of times there's dirt on the underside, so... There's that chiming again. Or I should say still. I'm just in its region again. Interesting. Very interesting. Kind of a silly thing about the switching of direction here. There is a particular YouTuber, very popular, very well known for his Five Nights at Freddy's videos. He loves PowerWash, and he did his own series of PowerWash Pals, where he just brings on a friend and they play PowerWash together and just chat, because it is a type of game where you can do that. You just forget about what you're doing in the game because it doesn't take that much focus, and you just talk to whoever you have on with you. So I still haven't had any of my friends join me though, unfortunately. think that would be fun, but oh well. It's fun on its own too, because it's nice and soothing. You can turn off your brain. But um, this particular YouTuber, I'm not mentioning his name on purpose, because he was a little. Well, I don't know. He could have been playing it up. He was a little annoyed because the devs actually made reference to him. Um, he forgot because I know he used that feature of the being able to change directions, but he forgot about it and was was complaining about the inability to change direction like that. He was saying how he should be able to. So in one of their updates, they added tutorials and kind of made a little jibe at him, saying some content creators been a certain content creator didn't know they could do this, so now we've got these tutorials. It's like, and when that content creator saw that, he was like, "Are they talking about me?" And was, played up being upset. But I think he was probably amused, maybe a little embarrassed. I don't know. But I know he knew about that ability because it's on the loading screen. Like a lot of games give you tips on the loading screens, and PowerWash is no different in that regard. These doors are tripping me up. I'm trying to like just run down the hallway and do the trim, and I keep getting stuck on the doors. That's what the weird movement is for. But anyways, it was funny, and I was amused. But yeah, it's a fun, soothing kind of game. Oh, cool! The hallway's getting shorter as you go along. I should have noticed that before, because I did already come down this way before. I think they did a pretty good job capturing the feel on this game. I will say that they did. That's wonderful. I played the Back to the Future DLC. That was fun. There, I even did SpongeBob. I don't like SpongeBob personally, but I did the SpongeBob DLC mostly to be able to get all the achievements, because I want to be able to have all the achievements in PowerWash. There's not a lot of games I can get all the achievements in, because like even Stardew Valley, I've got like 1,500 hours in Stardew Valley, and I will never get all of the achievements, because one of them is like beating Prairie King or whatever the game's called, and I'm just horrible at it, so I won't ever get that. And another achievement is getting to a certain level in Junimo Kart, which takes way more coordination than what I have. If you're not familiar with the little arcade games in Stardew Valley, or with Stardew Valley at all, none of that will make sense to you. Just know that there are aspects of Stardew Valley that even someone with 1,500 hours, wow, that's a lot of hours when I say it that way. But it's, even someone with lots of hours in the game cannot necessarily get all the achievements. Well, most people with that many hours probably would, but I am just not coordinated enough with the arcade games in it to do that. But for Power Wash, I have been able to get all the achievements as each DLC that has achievements comes out. I do them. Wait, no, I haven't gotten all of the achievements. That's right, because there's a level where you can get a watermelon, not a watermelon. There's a level where you can get a soccer ball up a slide. I can't do it so far. I've tried quite a few times. My husband did it on the first try. And then there's another level. It's a skateboard park, and this is why I said watermelon. There's a little divot in the skateboard park that you can get a soccer ball out of. And the theme of the skateboard park is watermelon. It's like everything's got watermelon designs on it, so that's why I said watermelon. And that's back talking about Power Wash Simulator, which I think I said, because I was mentioning that, yeah, even in PowerWash, I haven't gotten all of the achievements, but I will eventually go back. I think, I hope, to try to get those. I try again every now and then to try and get those because I'm sure I've gotten very close to getting the soccer ball up the slide before, so I think I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. But anyway, that's why I went ahead and got the SpongeBob so that I wouldn't be missing any achievements just because I don't particularly like SpongeBob. But the SpongeBob levels weren't too bad. Uh, so it wasn't too bad of a thing. But I love the Back to the Future level. There's a Warhammer level or DLC. I haven't finished that, but that's just because I haven't been playing it, and it's got a lot of the little niggly bits, and um, those are kind of annoying, but not too bad. Everybody's got their own tastes, and so some people like the big open spaces like the skateboard park and, like the big walls in the hallway here. And some people really like the tiny little details that like Warhammer has. I'm sure people who paint the Warhammer figures would probably love the Warhammer DLC for Power Wash. If they like Power Wash, of course. But so far I just haven't finished that DLC because I haven't been playing a lot. I was very excited about the Alice in Wonderland DLC though, or Alice's Adventures, because I am a big fan. Now, if they ever do anything with Dr. Seuss, that will be something too. Furthermore, Alice proceeded to eat and drink our wares without the least consideration for their purpose. Did she ponder, even for the merest moment, why we might need eat-me cakes to make us grow? Interesting take on it, because usually everything's from Alice's perspective. She's lost, she's confused, she followed a white rabbit down a hole. Or drink me potions to make us shrink? No, she did not. She simply took one look and guzzled the lot. All those nice stings. How long is this level? There's another section through that door. This is starting to remind me of the restroom one, because it's got sections. There's like the entryway, there's a couple different sections with toilets and sinks. That's got some finagly bits. Okay, this one doesn't have... This one's not done. Now it is. Okay. This one is. You can see the bar up in the left-hand corner that has a little line on it. Kind of like the health bar in other video games. Okay, this one's still missing something. There it is. The wall is done. That's done. The floor is done. That's done. Check. That's done. We watched Gab Smolders play Nancy Drew, and Nancy has lists of objectives, and when she gets them done, she's like, check, that's done. So that's where that's from. Okay. Now let's turn off the water for a bit. Now we can hear all sorts of other little things. That's kind of bouncy. Okay, it was bouncy sounding. There we go. Makes me think the doors are kind of rubber, which goes with how they look all milty. Listen to the chimes. So pretty. Okay. Oh, this looks like it's going to be darker. I'm going to wait to turn around and see though. I want to get the doors first. And then we'll do like a reveal type of thing. Scrub, 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 scrub. Give me my dings. Oh, well, no wonder. I was looking at the other door thinking that I got both doors. There we go, there's that one. This one, of course, we're going to have on the back side too. Got the frame. Oh, that was creepy. That's probably the Red Queen. Now, let's take a look around. Still got the chimes going and the little glittery stuff. But we had that creepy laughter. And we seem to be big compared to the door. Watch. Was I already crouched when I went through that? I must have been. Interesting. This is so cool. I don't think it'll be that dark and creepy once we get it cleaned up. Let's get it cleaned up. I mean, I like some gothic feel stuff, but this is Wonderland. It's supposed to be bright. Oh, I got a section of the wall done. I was just trying to get this door. There we go, we got the door. Now let's go back to being methodical and get the trim. But I don't know. Let's see, this trim is this part. Okay, that's ceiling frame, so this is trim. Good, good, good. Well, we already mostly have this door, I think. So let's go ahead and get it finished. Here's a mushroom door. My husband's playing Minecraft on our Minecraft realm. And I'm wondering, maybe I should build with mushrooms, but yeah, that's been done. I mean, everything's been done. I'm trying to think of something new to do for our world, though, because, I mean, the world we've been on, we built a village, but it was still standard villager houses. Maybe some materials were different than what the villager houses usually are, but it was still pretty standard. And I've been trying to think of different things, like, we were watching something that had some Art Deco in it. It's like, ooh, maybe Art Deco, but that would be a pain in Minecraft. And that's where the challenge is, because Minecraft, everything is like, it's 1 meter cubes. So if you want details, your scale has to be huge, which would not be all that fun. But I am excited in Minecraft. Version 1.21 is out, and it has some new blocks, some copper blocks, and some blocks of this stuff called tuff. That before it was kind of, yeah, you could use it for detailing when you use cobblestone and whatnot, because it's kind of a stony texture, but you couldn't make stairs out of it. You couldn't do anything with it really. And so I'm really excited to be able to use it now, because some of the new things that can be done with it are pretty cool looking. And here I am talking about all these other games while playing this one. But that's the thing with PowerWash, is you can just let your mind wander. Because it doesn't take a lot of concentration. Yeah, sure, you gotta get in there and get all the little bits, but that's... The developers of PowerWash recognize that people don't like to use ladders for whatever reason. So they provide the ladders, but they also provide various things to parkour on. And it's not that we necessarily don't like to use ladders. We like to challenge ourselves to find different ways of doing things. It is. I might need to use a ladder to get that bit though, because I can't quite get the angle on this side to get that part up there. Oh wait. Did I get... I got it. Nope, I didn't. Let's see. What's it missing? Is it up that part up there? Let's go up on the table here. Yeah, let's do this. Let us go here, and we're gonna go long. And maybe? I can't see. Aha! We got it! Now let's go back to the short one. Because the long one gets stuck on stuff. And that didn't change it. Hang on. There we go. Now it changed it. See that right there where it twisted off to the side? That was because I was too close to the thing. And, you know, supposedly the nozzle is getting caught or whatever. That's why I like generally using the shorter nozzle. But the long nozzle can be fun for some things. There's one level in the regular game where you can't use anything but the long nozzle. Well, it's extended long nozzle that you get for that specific level. It unlocks with that level. The mayor of Muckington. I mean, how can the town not need a good wash with a name like Muckington? The mayor of Muckington's house gets egged, and he hires you to clean his house, but he's not allowing you on the grounds, so you need an extended nozzle, super extended nozzle, to be able to get everything clean. Because the extensions kind of amplify the pressure of the washer. So, whether that actually works in real life with actual water physics, I don't know. But that's how it works in the game. Longer nozzle is a smaller stream, but more powerful. It goes farther, of course, because, well, it is farther. It starts closer to its destination. Not that much closer, but still. I'm just babbling to have something to say. Let's get this clean. Another spot. Trying to do the grid on the ceiling. And of course that's going to include the little windows in the grid. More likely than not. Because I'm not being as precise as someone painting, for instance. that one. It's still not getting the frame bits. Yeah, I think the frame might be the whole entire frame. So it's gonna take a bit to get it all. You know what? Well, let's go ahead. This is the super long one I was just mentioning. And you see, it's tiny, but it is powerful. Yeah, I'd prefer to have the bigger. Because we're not lacking in power. We want the spread. We'll get there. It is brightening up in here a bit since we're cleaning off the ceiling and it's bright outside. Maybe, if it does go outside. Never know in Wonderland. Could be inside a mushroom or something. It's not getting clean. Get that part. Ah, I see. Now, I do want a little more focus. There we are. Now we're up here. We can see what we're missing. See all these little spots. Sometimes these little spots, it will like finish them off for you. Once you get it to a certain percentage done, that's when you get your ding. And it is a percentage, so sometimes that little bitty spot might make a huge difference. Sometimes, okay, let's go one by one. Window, 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 window. That looks like it still has a spot on it. Window, window. Oh no, that's just one of the little floaty things. Window, 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 and of course we know the frame just went ding. So now we start on the lower bits. There we are. This is my favorite nozzle. Oh, look, a key. The mouse probably has something to say about how Alice treated the key, too. I like how everything looks kind of melty and warped. That would be the box that the cake was in. This, of course, is the bottle, the Drink Me bottle. Stool, chair. This still has something. Table still has something, probably down below. Got the box. Okay, that's as low as I can go. How low can you go? Ah, didn't have to get low to see that one. here. Still got plenty to go on the floor, but I'm not working on the floor quite yet. I want to get the table. Oh, goodness. There we go. The underside of the table is what was missing. That's what I was trying to get at, but I was going from the wrong side. The different heights can be very helpful sometimes. We're at 94% completion. Once we get all the obvious stuff, then we'll go through the list and get the not so obvious stuff. It's the rabbit. You're late. You're late. For a very important thing. Time to say hello, goodbye. He's late. He's late. He's late. It's another rabbit. I was thinking dirty little rabbit, and then I thought of filthy little hobbitses. Can you imagine cleaning Lord of the Rings? That would be huge. So we want to get the floor done. But in order to get the floor done, some of this other stuff might need to be done. Just because it's in the way. Interesting noises in this one. So you can hear these bubbles. That's probably from the tea. From this right here. I just noticed that the lower panel was still missing a bit. Let's get around the ladder. I don't know if I'll have to pick the ladder up to get all the bits. Probably would be easier, but let's see. We'll try it this way first. Just because. When you pick the ladder up, you have to set it against something, and there's only certain spots where you can set it. And sometimes those spots will be in the way. There's a section of the ceiling we haven't gotten yet. But we're doing the floor now. We'll get to the remainder of the ceiling in a bit. We're getting there. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. I know that's not Alice in Wonderland, but there's bubbling and it reminded me of it. That is actually from Shakespeare. And it's been quoted in lots of other things too. But it is from Shakespeare. I think Macbeth? I don't know which one has the witch. It's Macbeth. The one with the witches in it. Well, that reminds me of another game. There's a very fun game that my husband and I enjoy playing called Nightingale, which is a survival game, but you travel through realms. And the fun thing is that it's Fey realms, which means that there are Fey, and there is one particular Fey character that your character talks to, who is Puck from Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. And it even has a lot of the lines from Midsummer Night's Dream, which is pretty cool. I enjoy it since I was a theater person when I was a kid. I still enjoy the theater, though I haven't gone to see any plays or done anything. Um, I still enjoy references to Shakespeare. Midsummer Night's Dream was always my favorite Shakespeare play, and so I was very tickled to hear Puck with the lines from Midsummer Night's Dream. Altered, of course, to fit the game, to fit Nightingale, but still, it's fun. Get these stairs, and I think that's the last major part, and then we can go through the list and see what has been missed. We're at 99%, but we don't have the last 3 things. So when you get down to 3 things left needing to be cleaned, it has a little checklist that appears under the percentage done bit there. Okay, room floor. Still got some spots on the floor. Oh, lots of little spots. Probably under the ladder. Yep, there's a spot. There's a lot of spots. Okay, let's break down and move the ladder. Let's see where we're allowed to move it to. There. Okay. Now, this is so we can get the room floor done. Maybe? Nope. Oh, all sorts of stuff over here. Look at that. There we go. Room floor is done. So, oh, and you notice it says like stone. So if I were using the soap, I would use the soap that's for stone to get this floor. So now we go on the list and we go hall doors, 1 of 2, 99%. We get out of the list and we look for the door that glows because it's going to start glowing. Hall melting door, hall floor, hall melting door. Okay, these are melting doors. So these aren't hall doors. Hall painting. This is a hall door, but it's complete, and you notice it's not glowing. Ah, this one is glowing. Where did we miss? Oh, on the edge there? Maybe? Ah, there was a panel we didn't know we didn't have. Let's try down there. We'll go up. There we go. We got that hall door. So now we look for the next thing. Hall floor transition strips. Ah, we missed something on this one. So we'll stay in the half crouch position. And we'll just do a thorough. There we go. Now let's look for the next thing that doesn't say clean. Hall walls. So something on this wall, see? It's flashing. Underneath the sconces, it looks like. Okay, we got that spot. Let's just go top to bottom since I don't even see anything lighting up. There we go. Must have been in that little spot there, right there. Alright, next bit. It's not clean. Here we are. Arch support. We were concentrating on those arch supports for a while. So which arch support? There's a couple of them. So this one, okay. Oh, I think I see it. No, that's just where no, the ladder is getting in the way. I don't want to climb the ladder. Let's see if I can move it somewhere else. Or I'll put it over here. There we go. Ooh, look at all that that's still not done. Okay. I didn't do this room door. Oh, this lamp. Oh my gosh. I did miss a lot. There we go. This room door. There. Now back to our list. Room exit door. That's room door. That's window. Painting. Terrarium. Room door. Entrance. Entrance. Is this the exit? Oh, this. And I put the ladder in front of it, of course. No, 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 come on. There's too much finagly stuff in here to have this ladder. There we go. Okay, we got that. Room exit door curtain. Well, that's pretty obvious. I'm not gonna highlight that because it's this. Got the star. Ah, gotta get around the rabbit. Okay. There we go. Dressing screens. That's these. I didn't realize it was, each panel was separate. That makes sense though. Okay, so we got that one. This one still needs some. You can see the little dot on it. That one's clear. There we go. Next bit. Tea containers. Oh. Okay, that wasn't a ladder, but it had the same effect. Alright. There we go. Got the tea containers. I scrolled down a little too quickly before. Room, stairs, railings. I got the stairs, but not the railings. Okay, we got that. And try to avoid the ladder. There we go. Let's go back to the top because I kind of scrolled down a little quickly before. Yeah, I knew I'd missed something. Hall nightstand. So that's back to the hall. And we end up on the ladder again because the ladder is the ladder. Hall. Snow. Wall. Pedestal. Is that the nightstand? No. Oh, there. It's glowing. As it's supposed to be. That's the bottom. Alright, see there's our list of 3 things. Room, teapot, table. Okay, so all the rest of the stuff is back in the room. But of course it doesn't give you the glow, so I still like to go in here and teapot table. Oh, I was thinking I might have missed part on that. Okay. And upper panels. Which panels? Okay. And 2 lamps. It's gonna be hard to tell when they're glowing because they're emitting light. Aha. One's by the staircase. Yeah, I tend to just throw water at them. There are some challenges. There's challenge modes, and some of the challenges are to use just a certain amount of water. Down the rabbit hole. Complete the Wonderland entrance hall job. And now's the fun part. We get to see a time lapse of the cleaning. Oh, looky, look at who's there. Oh, he's gone by the time I get in there. That was the laughter. The Cheshire Cat. I see you're done and just in the nick of time. Elevenses are fast approaching and the walruses are already upon the door. If I don't double it to the Duchess kitten, the trifle will be cold, and who would want that? I think the Duchess was in Looking Glass, not Wonderland, but I could be mixing them up. Now come, come! The blasted nuisance has struck again and there is already something else for you to do. But well, yeah, we can start the next. Nah, I probably shouldn't. It is after 8 and I don't know how long it will take. So, um, tune in again next Sunday, hopefully. Uh, I know I've canceled several Sundays. Real life just keeps happening. So hopefully next Sunday we will continue Alice's adventures or cleaning up after Alice's adventures. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.